Emma sat alone on the worn-out bench in Central Park, her thoughts swirling like the autumn leaves caught in the chilly breeze. At 27, she felt the weight of the world pressing down on her shoulders. Every day seemed like a battle against circumstances beyond her control: unemployment, a recent breakup, and the persistent feeling that life was passing her by. "Why is the world so unfair to me?" she whispered to herself, tears welling up in her eyes. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, an elderly man approached her bench. He moved with a deliberate, slow grace, each step measured and purposeful. Sensing her distress, he sat beside her without a word. "Beautiful evening, isn't it?" he said softly, breaking the silence. Emma wiped her tears, managing a small nod. "I guess." The man studied her for a moment before continuing. "You seem troubled. Want to talk about it?" Emma hesitated, but then found herself unloading the weight she had been carrying for months. She spoke of her job struggles, her failed relationship, and the overwhelming sense of injustice that life seemed to dole out so relentlessly. The man listened patiently, nodding occasionally. When she finished, he took a deep breath. "You know, Emma, life is a way of testing us, sometimes in ways that feel unbearably unfair." She looked at him, curious despite herself. "But why me? Why do these bad things keep happening?" He smiled gently. "Let me tell you a story." Emma looked intrigued, urging him to continue. "When I was your age," he began, "I faced many of the same struggles. My father passed away when I was 19, leaving my mother to raise me alone. I struggled in school, unsure of my path, and felt like life was stacked against me. There were times I wanted to give up, to let the unfairness consume me." Emma listened, feeling a connection to his pain. But one day, he said, "I met someone who changed my perspective. She was a teacher, Mrs. Thompson, who saw potential in me that I couldn't see myself. She encouraged me to pursue my passions, to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow stronger." Emma felt a flicker of hope. "Did it help?" He nodded. "It did. It wasn't easy, and there were still tough days, but having someone believe in me made all the difference. I learned that while life can be unfair, it's often in those unfair moments that we discover our true strength and resilience." Emma pondered his words. "But what if I don't have anyone who believes in me?" The man reached into his coat pocket and pulled out a small, worn notebook. "Sometimes you have to believe in yourself first. Write down your dreams, your goals, and take small steps toward them every day. Surround yourself with positive influences, even if they're not physically present. Books, mentors, communities, there are ways to find support." He handed her the notebook. "Use this to start your journey. Remember, the world may seem unfair, but your response to its challenges can shape your destiny." Emma took the notebook, feeling a surge of determination. "Thank you," she said, her voice steadier. The man stood up, giving her a reassuring smile. "You're stronger than you know, Emma. Don't let the unfairness define you. Let it refine you." As he walked away, Emma felt a newfound sense of purpose. She opened the notebook and began to write, jotting down her aspirations and the small steps she could take to achieve them. Days turned into weeks, and Emma started to make changes. She attended workshops, reached out to old friends for support, and slowly rebuilt her confidence. One morning, as she sipped her coffee and looked out her apartment window, she realized how much she had grown. The challenges hadn't disappeared, but she had learned to navigate them with grace and resilience. The unfairness she once felt had transformed into a driving force that pushed her to strive for a better life. Months later, Emma found herself standing on a stage at a community event, sharing her story with others who felt lost and overwhelmed.